Hello and welcome to another lesson in the creation of our stock inventory management system. In our previous lesson, we dealt massively with how to create a customer database stuff. That is a form where we can use to take customer data. So in here, we're going to take we're going to design the form for the item list database, where we shall be adding description, quantity of items, and all that. So basically, that is what we shall be designing in this lesson. So let's just dive right into that. So this is the table for our items. So we're going to use this table to design that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. That is the item type, description, quantity, sale price, and all that. So you remember this one, we make a reference from the product master sheet. So whenever we update this particular column and this column are not going to be updated. We only have this and this to be updated so that it appears on our invoice without any issue, without any stress. Let's dive right into that. Before we do that, we need to create some name range here first. So now let's select this straightforward to the last item you have decided to, or to the last number you have decided to create your system up to. Okay, my issue ends somewhere here. Where is it going? Why is it going that far? My goodness. You are somewhere here, right? To wherever. In fact, it's becoming too much for me. Okay, maybe here. The moment is selected. Now make sure it's selected the way it is now. And we're going to give it a name. So just give it a name like data, this. After that, just press enter. So that name has been taken into our name range. So we shall be using it, the data. Don't forget of it. You can write it somewhere. So we are done with that. Now we need to create another name range for our row source, what we have just done already. So let's just select this. Let's click on new. We're going to name it items list. So you say items list. Just look at the way it's selected. It's named items list. I always like writing it down. Let me just draft it down here. Items list. Don't forget of that, items list. Now let's go ahead and create our offset formula. So we say equal to, so we type offset, then into brackets. So we're going to select this particular column here, then we introduce comma, then we add 1 comma, then 0, then comma, then we just open another bracket and type counter. Then from there you're just going to select the entire column now. So this should select everything for you. Then you close the brackets, then you subtract the heading. So sorry, to subtract it, then we say -1 comma, then we introduce the number of column, which is 4, then you close your bracket. So check it well. Offset, select this, then comma 1 comma 0 comma into bracket counter, then select it again, and then from there you close your bracket and everything. And from there you click on OK. Oh, I've passed too many arguments here, so there should be something somewhere wrong. Let me just check my formula very well. Okay. Okay, let me just confirm it very well if possible here. Okay. Okay, let me try it and check where could the error be coming from. Okay, please let me just confirm it here. Offsets 8 comma 1 comma 0 comma counter into bracket, then you select the entire range, right? After selecting that, okay, we don't need this particular bracket here, so let's just do away with it. After counter, should we have something like that, right? Sorry, that one should rather be there, not that one. We don't need this one, rather. After the 0, we don't need brackets open again, so this should work for now. Good. So now let's just select it. You see that everything is now selected for us. So how the formula is going to be is equal to offset. You then open the bracket, then you select the first heading, then after that you introduce comma, then 1 comma 0 comma, then counter. After counter you open another bracket, then you select the entire range from the top here where I've just selected, then you then close your bracket, then you subtract the heading, this, subtract this, You have subtracted the headers, so you see that now the headers are now off, and then we're starting from this range. And after that, you close the bracket, then you introduce the number of columns, which is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are done with that. Everything is now working perfectly, so this is saved. So we can then close this. So we now have our row source. Now we need to go back and begin designing our form. Let's quickly dive right into that. So let's move. We go to developer, Visual Basic. We're going to enter another form. So we say insert user form. So this should be user form 3. So we're going to name it item list form. So let's just change the caption. Caption. See, sorry, excuse me. Item list form. Sorry. Good. So we are done with that. So let's just increase the size a bit. Good. I think this is okay. So why don't we just do some copy and paste and then make everything move faster for us? So select this, Ctrl C to copy. You can close this now. So you click here, Ctrl V to paste it. So you can just move it to the top and then edit it. So you can just say items list database. Items list database. So from there we can begin adding our stuff. So let's select the form. Okay, let's move this to the top a bit. Okay, let's drag it this way a bit to make it be in center. Well, I think this is kind of good. So let's just go to the special effect here, choose sunken for this. Now we need to add another frame here. So we choose frame. Now we select this, have it across here, the whole of this, right? So you can just call it, change the caption to what? Let's see, update item list. So say update items list. So select it and go to fonts, use bold, Times New Roman 14, and then we are okay with that. Now let's go to the special effects, make sure it's selected, and then choose sunken as well. Now we need our list boxes, but for now first of all we need the combo box, right? Combo box, so we get that as well. So but no, we need our labels first. So let's get our labels. We need the label for item, item name or type. So we just do this, drag this over here. So you can just change the label here. So call it item name slash type. So we have that as well. So here you can Control C. So okay, let's adjust it well, if possible, reduce the font size a bit. So let's go to the fonts. Okay, it's okay. So Ctrl C, Ctrl V to paste it. So we should have description. Let's change the caption to what? Description of the item. Let's select it, Ctrl C, Ctrl V to paste it. So here we should have the next line of action, which is what? Quantity, right? So we change this to quantity. Quantity. So we are good to go with that as well. So Ctrl C, Ctrl V to paste it. We'll come this way. Then we should have sale price, right? Sale price, good. So from there we then proceed and then look at the next thing to do. Now we need our text boxes now. Sorry for the short break, just attended to something, sorry for that. Now we need our text boxes now. For the first one we need the combo box, so let's just select this, press Ctrl on the keyboard, and then we adjust them very well to have enough space for other stuffs, right? Good. Let's come down here a bit. You can still stress it this way a bit. So now let's go ahead and give a background color for our form, right? So let's do that. So we check on the back color here, so we select this and then come to the palette. Why don't we give it something like this? Cool. So let's select this, select that, and this, and also go ahead and then what's next? Okay, I think this color is too. Okay, this is okay. Now let's select this, select that, and this. Now let's go ahead and then change the back style to transparent. So we have this transparency. Now let's text align. Okay, no, we don't need that. No, the special effects. Let's use sunken to see what's going to happen to it. This is kind of good, right? So now we need our text boxes now. So let's go ahead and check on that. So the first one, we need a combo box. So we choose this. We get a combo box here. Need a combo box like this. And this is okay. Delete this one. So the next thing we're going to do now, we need a list box now. So we're going to make this one and then just resize it a bit. Let's adjust it to make sure it fits very well. Okay, so this is okay, right? Good. So the next thing is you see this is the list box 1. I think we'll be doing away with it. Yeah, we do this is taking the position of combo box 1, the list box 1. So we're doing away with the list box 1. So let's just observe what I'm going to do here. Control C, Control V to paste now. So now let's do away with this one. Let's delete this one. The one I've just selected, delete it. This. Just make sure it's selected and you press delete on the keyboard. So we have text box 2 now. So from 2, because the combo box has taken the position of the text box 1. So we can now have this quietly without any problem. So from there we should have text box 3. Control C, Control V to paste. It should give us text box 3 like that. Then Control C, Control V to paste. It should give us text box what? The 4th one. And finally, you see, good. Control C, Control V. Control C, Control sorry. Oh, so I'm creating multiples of them, right? Okay. This is 4. Okay. Go back to your position. Now let's select it. Control C, Control V to paste. So we have the 5th one. And the 5th one is going to be our search box. So just drag it to the top here. Because our search box on this particular form is going to be at the top. That's how we want the design to be. You can choose to put it wherever, but make sure it is text box 5, not any other number. Just increase it a bit. Increase this a bit. So I think we are good to go. So now we need our what's the name? Buttons, control buttons. So to get that, let's get this one here. And let's get a lot of the search here. So we can do this one. So I think we can just change its name to the caption to what? Search. So search, but then it's too big. Select it. Let's go to the fonts and go with that as well. Okay, font here. We want to reduce the font size to probably 11. It's kind of good. We have our search here. So Control C, Control V to paste it. So we should have the next one here, which is for business, change the caption to receipt. Right. Select it. Control C, Control V to paste. Now we change this, then we change the caption to like update. So good. In the last one, Control V to paste, that is for close. Select it, make sure select it, change the caption to close. Good, I think this is okay. So we are done with our buttons. We can just go ahead and give them their colors. Select this and give it, okay, their names first. So you can just call the CMD search. Select this CMD, sorry, reset. Select this CMD update, sorry, CMD update, CMD update. Then the last one, CMD close, CMD close. I think this is okay. Now let's give them their unique colors. So we go to the background color here. This one I prefer green here, and then the 4 color. Should be white. And this one reset. As usual, I go for blue. This time around, very deep blue here. Then 4 color, I go for white as well. Come for updates, go for yellow. Start on this one and close, I go for red. And the 4 color should be white. I think we are done with that as well. So let's go back and get our list box. So to get our list box, we need maybe another, okay, let's debug it and see how our form looks like now. This is gonna go right. Let's go. Good. We can just close this and go back to our work. Now let's get another frame so that we can get our list box inside. Well, there's no, we don't even need another frame here. I think we are good to go. Okay, so let's add a frame. Let's add a frame, right? So let's add a frame for that. So let's select this and then get a frame here and running. So let's get a frame here like this. Now let's just go to the properties here, especially if it's too sunken. Now let's change the caption to items list. Okay, I think we're good to go here. Now the next thing to do is let's get our text box, list box rather. So to do that, let's just navigate to the top here. We have this. Good. I think it's okay. The way it's positioned and everything is kind of good. So let's make sure it's selected. So we select inside it, and then let's get a back color at once. So do this. Something lighter. This will fit it. I think it's okay. It's not bad, right? Or should we change it? Looking at this color, I think okay. Well, whatever color you choose, you can give it to it. Let's run it and see. Okay, it's not bad. Now we need to define some properties for our list box. So you make sure make sure this box is selected now. As it's selected, you just have to let's scroll down here and change some few things here. Talk of the column count. So the column count, we have 4 columns, right? Then the column heads, we want them to appear, so we set it to true. So they are appearing now. And the column width, so we need to define column width here. So we have the first one to be 150, comma, then 300. 300 is for, what's that? That is for description of the item. Sometimes it can be longer, so I give it a very long width, so 100, comma, 100, and then we are done with that as well. So then when we click inside, then it's given at once. Then row source, the row source, don't forget of the name. Sorry, the row source is can I remember the row source? Items list, right? You see, items lists. It's kind of good. So that is that. So when we click here, we should could not set the control source property invalid property, right? Okay, it seems there's something wrong with our row source, right? Let's confirm that very well. The row source, let's make sure this is selected. Let's go to the row source. Row source row source here. We call it items list. Now remember, items list, right? Good. Yeah, it should pop up now. Maybe the spellings was wrong. Good. So you see that everything is now up and running here. Now why don't we check on the text align here? So let's go to text align. It's now on left. Let's make it center. Good. This kind of good. So let's run it and see something here. So I think everything is working perfectly without any issue. Where is our okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, everything is popping up. That is why there is no down scroll bar. I was thinking of if this should be something that we only have this one, can scroll and then all that. So this kind of good. So now I think our form is just making a headway. Why don't we close it and then go ahead and paste our codes and begin the update process? So this is very simple, right? We follow the procedures very well, step by step, to get everything cool without any stress. So now we are done with everything. So the next thing we're going to do is this. Our combo box, let's select it and go to the row source. Oh sure, row source. It should be data, right? The name range we gave to it. Or it should be a minute. Let me just confirm this. Okay, I think select this combo box. Then the row source should be data, if I'm right. Okay, let's check on that and see. Make sure the combo box is selected before you do that. Okay, now let's run it and see something here. Oh, okay. So with this, we have the list of our items popping up here. Select it, then you have it here. Good. It's data. That was what the first thing we did here, if you can remember. So if you've done it for and then you name it for, you should have it popping up there as you just saw. So now we need to go ahead and paste our codes. So to do that, we need to go to the source code here. Clear this now. Did you see what I've just done? Maybe I was a bit faster, right? As we are on the form now, we decided to switch to this so that we can get our source code plate where we can have our source code up and running. So let's minimize this. Now let's go to our folder here. So we have items user form code. So let's open this. Control A to sorry. What have I done? Let me close it. No, I don't want to save it. So let me reopen it. We have added something. Control A to select everything. Control C to copy. Okay. Now we go to our source code panel here and then Control V to paste. So I think everything is up. Let's run it and see something. Good. Everything should be okay. Now, before we do anything at all, let's save it first. See that when you just paste the code and we run it, there is no error, right? So we need to go and then see if we can update certain things. Let's go ahead. Now, before we do that, let me just confirm the source code. Very well. Okay. Everything should be working. Okay. So now, when I call on that particular box, I think this one. So I want to add the description of the laptop. So let's just check something, right? This laptop, I want to give a description of it. So what I'll do is either I'll search for it here. Ooh. Is it freezing? Okay, so let me check on my boxes here and see if I've set the enable to true. Sure, it's already true, right? So why is it not editing? It should edit without any problem. Okay, let me run it again. There should be something somewhere. Good. When I click on the search, there's an error somewhere. Let me check all my things. Holy shit. Made a very big mistake here. Sorry for that. Okay, the error here is as a result of the following items we have chosen here. In fact, we've chosen the wrong items here. Instead of the text box, I went and choose list box. So let's check on that. So we are going to delete all this. Delete this. Then delete this. Sorry for that. Then delete this as well. And finally delete this. So instead of text boxes, I want to choose list boxes. So we have our text box here. The first one should be here now. So this is our first text box. So Control-C, Control-V to paste it. We're going to do it with the first one. So select the first one now, you delete it. Because in our code, this is taking the place of the first one. So this should be text box 2 now. To select it again, Control-C, Control-V to paste. Control-C, Control-V to paste. So we have the fourth one here. Then finally, Control-C, Control-V to paste. So we have this one, should be the fifth one. This is going to be our search box at the top here. So I think this should work for us now. Now if we should debug this, there wouldn't be any problem again. Okay, so now let's assume we want to let's say add a description of this laptop, right? So what we need to do is let's search for it, laptop. So laptop, or you search for it here, you should have it popping up here. Description is maybe HP, ZBook, whatever, SSD, 1 terabyte, 16 gigabytes RAM, blah blah blah. Then go ahead and then update it. So the moment you are done with that, you see that it's updated here without any issue. So that is that. So that is how this form is going to be used for. It's hiding here. I'm going to use it for updating item description as well as the what's in it, the quantity of the items, and then what again? With this one, we are not going to update the price. The price is not going to be updated because it's already set from the master sheet. So we're not going to update the price at all. It's going to be maintained the way it is. We can only update the quantity. So let's just check on the laptop once again. So sorry, laptop. Let's search for it again. Now we need to update maybe the quantity. So we click on this and then let's see, the person bought 3 laptops, so we update that. So quantity should be updated now to 3. So basically that is that. See that this one is maintained, not updated. This one is maintained. We are going to lock this section because we're not going to be updating them. We're going to leave this one open so that we can update them as well. So basically I think that is that. So I say thank you very much for watching, and then sorry for that particular error that popped up there. I was trying to speed things up, and then there we go. So I think we are also done with our item list database form. So we are making a headway. So thank you very much for watching. In our next lesson, we're going to deal with our search bars on each of the various sheets we have out there. So till then, I say thank you very much for watching once again, and bye for now.